Hello, so for our next HelloFresh meal, we're going to be making the meatloaf with the sweet chili glaze. So when we come back, we're going to unbag all the ingredients and start preparing our meal. So stay tuned. Welcome back. So let's get this unbagged. Okay, we've got our meat. The meats do not come in the bags. So we've got our meat, and this is the bag. This is what I like about HelloFresh, is everything is individually bagged. So, and it has the name of the meal you're preparing. So it's meatloaves with the sweet chili glaze. Of course, we ordered the kit for 2. All right, so we're going to have a side of green beans with our meatloaf, and here they are. It has some lime juice in it, so we have our lime. I think this is the ginger. Scallions. And these are the things that go with it. All right, let's see. This is the ketchup, and this is the glaze that goes on top. This is ponzu sauce. This is the sweet glaze. Sesame seeds. Panko, and the rice that goes on the side as well. And then we need a little bit of the chili flakes. So I'm going to wash all my produce and get it ready, and then we will prepare our meal. So stay tuned. Okay, so I've prepped all the vegetables and chopped them and done what we're supposed to do. I had to melt some butter. I had margarine. I didn't have butter. So that's melting in there. That's to cook the rice. So I've already put the green beans in the pan. The meatloaves are going to go over here, and it says to drizzle with some oil. I'm just going to spray it with some olive oil spray, and then sprinkle with some salt and pepper. And this is to taste. A little pepper and a little salt. My butter's almost melted, so we're ready to go here. Okay, this is to cook the rice. So we melt the butter, and we got to add half of the ginger, which was minced. So that's about half. That's my oven that was preheating to 425. Okay, so I'm going to stir that ginger up. Okay, so we put the ginger in there. Okay, and then we've got to put 3/4 cup of water with the rice in there. Let that saute just a minute. And here's the jasmine rice and the water. Give that a good stir. And then we cook until the rice is tender. It says about 15 to 18 minutes. So we're going to let that simmer. And I'm going to put the lid on. Now we got to prepare our meatloaf. Okay, to prepare the meatloaf, we've got to combine the beef with the white scallions. You had to separate the scallions. This is the green portion. And here's the white portion of the scallions. So I'm going to put that into the meat. I dumped my meat into the bowl already while we were not on camera. Okay. So we put the scallions in there. We put the rest of the ginger in here. Some of these packages I've pre-opened. And we use a little bit of salt and pepper. liked the first meal we cooked, the tacos, pork tacos. They were delicious. I'm hoping this sounds very good. Okay, and we got to put the panko in there, which I already opened. And then, see, normally I put an egg in my meatloaf. This does not call for an egg. So we got to combine that. Before I get the meat mixture on my hands, I'm going to give our rice a stir. And I did not time this, so I'm just going to keep an eye on it. I just want to keep it stirred so it doesn't stick and burn in the pan. Alright, so now, what do I do with the scallions here? Okay, I'm reading the directions here. Okay, I think the scallions go into the glaze. Okay, so that's not needed right now. So what we got to do is shape the loaves and put it on the other side of the pan here. So I'm just going to mix all of this together. If you have rings, take them off or wear gloves. You don't want to get that inside your rings. And then make sure you thoroughly wash your hands before you touch anything else. Okay, I think I got that all mixed in, so I'm going to divide the mixture and form 2 little meatloaves. Doesn't have to be perfect, but just make sure it's all sticking together. Now, the thicker it is, the longer it's going to take to cook. I can tell you that. So I'm just going to make it about like that. So I'm putting one on this end. Get some onion here. You get it as even as you can, but you know, you're not going to get it perfect. Okay. So, we've got our meatloaves and our beans in the pan. So it says to bake it at 425, 15 to 18 minutes. The meatloaf should be cooked through and through and the beans kind of toasty. So I'm going to put this in the oven, wash my hands, and then we're going to prepare the sweet chili sauce that goes on the last few minutes of the baking time. So stay tuned. Okay, meatloafs are in the oven. The rice is done. I took it off the heat. So now we're going to make the glaze that we put on toward the end of the roasting. So this is the sweet soy glaze. And has a tear, but I always keep some kitchen scissors handy. And we pour that in a bowl. And then we have a package of ketchup. Well, that was easy to tear open. And it said just a pinch of the chili flakes. So just about like that. And then I'm just going to mix this up. So I'm going to test the meatloaf when the timer's almost off and see how done it is. May or may not need to remove the green beans if they are already done. but we'll see about that. But once it's all done and we've got it glazed, you just put this on and cook it for the last 4 minutes of the meatloaf, and it has a glaze on top of the meatloaf. So when all that's done, we're going to take it out and plate it up and show you what it looks like. So stay tuned. Okay, everything is done, so we're going to complete the steps. I put some salt and pepper and some of the scallions into the rice. And so I'm going to plate these onto 2 different plates and get the rice out of the way. Get this plate right here. A little more on the other plate. Okay, got that one out of the way. So now we've got to toss the ponzu sauce and some of the sesame seeds onto the green beans. So I'm just going to put that on there. And here's our sesame seeds. About half of them, because half of them go onto the meatloaves. Okay, so I'm just going to toss that. All right, and try to divide these evenly. Everything smells delicious. All right, so now we are to squeeze a little lime onto our rice. I should have done that in the pan. Okay. And then we top the meatloaf with the rest of the sesame seeds, the scallions, and let me just sprinkle them out of here. Okay, and then some of the scallions. And I did put some of the scallions on my rice. This was not a hard recipe at all. It was very easy to assemble, and it smells delicious. I can't wait to dig in, but there you have it. This sweet chili glazed meatloaf, the rice, and the green beans. So bon appetit, and we'll see you in the next one.